I'm Audie, and I'm here to show you my core and cardio workout, or as what I like to call it, my CORE-DIO. The first thing you want to do before any workout is warm up. You want to loosen those muscles so that you prevent injury while you're doing exercises. So it really doesn't matter what you do. You can either do 5 minutes of jump rope, you can go for a 5-minute jog, or you can go run around the yard with your dog. Really, any 5 minutes of activity would be good for you. I already warmed up, so I'm going to toss that to the side. I don't need it. But after that warm up, you're going to want to stretch. And the stretches we're going to do, we're not going to do for reps, we're actually going to do for breaths. And I'm going to teach you how to breathe. We're going to breathe from our belly. So what you want to do is you want to breathe out. And you want to visibly see your belly expand and deflate. And you might want to put your hand on your abdomen so that you can feel it. But basically, you just want to take big belly breaths. So the first stretch we are going to do is actually called a bretzel. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use foam roller just to lay down on and to support my head and neck. It kind of hurts laying on the ground. What you're going to want to do is put your neck right there. You're going to want to take this top leg, lift it over, hold, and then grab your back leg with your top hand and pull. And then what you're wanting to do is rotate. Take a couple big belly breaths. If it's hurting your back, then just put this up a little more. And then you want to switch. So once again, support your neck. Top leg comes over, grab, and then hook the ankle of the other leg. And then what you're going to do is you're going to rotate. Big belly breath. And once you feel like you're adequately stretched for this one, stand back up. Throw the roller to the side because you don't need that no more. And then you're going to actually transition to our cat and cow. So what you want to do is get down on all fours or your quadruped stance. So arms, knees, about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to raise your head, breathe, and then cat, which is arching your back. And while you do this, while you raise your head, you want to breathe in, and then as you go down and arch your back, breathe out. So as you go up, big belly breath, and then back down to cat, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then just a couple of those and then you're done. And then now we're going to transition into actually our scorpion and child's pose. So how we're going to do that is we're actually kind of going to do a plank but then we're going to put our quads, or the front of our legs, onto the ground, so make contact with the ground, and then hold up like this. Big breath, and then transition to child's pose, and you just lean all the way back. Couple breaths, and back up into scorpion. Couple breaths, and back to child's pose. One more scorpion. And then one more child's pose. We'll go to the next one. Alright, nice. Okay, and then our last stretch really, or yoga, is a pigeon pose. So what you want to do here is actually kind of sit in a half crisscross, so crisscross, half, and then you want to extend the opposite leg backward. So this really opens your hip flexors and a little bit of the quad. And if this hurts really bad, you can do a couch stretch. I'll show you that in a second. Just do a couple breaths on either side, switch sides, same crisscross, extend the leg back, couple breaths. And then you can do that again if you feel like you need, but I'm not. I'm going to show you the couch stretch. So you can find a couch, or you can use the bench. The bench is holding up my phone right now, so I'm actually going to use this bad guy over here. I'm going to hook. Well, that's a little high, so I got to put it down. You can see there. A little high. Basically anything knee height you want to use. So hook your foot, touch the ground. It just stretches your quads, opens your hip flexors. You want to hold probably for about a couple minutes. Really feel it right here. Alright, and then you switch legs. Hold for another couple minutes, but you get it. Okay, so now that we have done our stretches to open us up a little, we're going to transition into our meat and potatoes. But when we're doing our exercises, our main core workout, we're going to be transitioning with cardio. So we're actually going to start cardio, and then we're going to do back to abs. Cardio, abs, cardio, abs. And what we're going to do for cardio is we're going to do some toe touches, butt kicks, and lateral shuffles. And we're going to do 3 reps for 30 seconds with a total of 9 core exercises. So we're going to start that. first thing we're gonna do are toe touches. You can grab a box or you can do it on the edge of a stair. Anything that's not too high but not too low, because you want to get your feet elevated to elevate your heart rate. And we're going to do that for about 30 seconds. And go. If you get really bored doing this, looking around the world, or around the medicine ball, whatever you feel like doing. 10 more seconds. Not the funnest. All right, 30 seconds. Let me tie my shoe real quick. And then we're going to transition into our core. So, throw this guy out of the way. You don't need him for a couple exercises. And then we're going to do some bird dogs with breaths. So, in your quadruped stance, or on your knees and on your hands. And then we're going to extend our arm and our opposite leg, just like so. While we are doing that, we are breathing, and instead of repetitions, we're going to breathe for, let's say, 4 times per side. Okay, now let's start. So we're going to start this side, raise, hold, and breathe. And down. And then we're going to go opposite side and opposite arm. And back down. And you can do this however many times you feel like it. You just kind of want to statically hold it. You can do it for more breaths. I'm only doing it 4 because we have a lot of other stuff to do. But after that, we're going to go into butt kicks. So we're going to do butt kicks for another 30 seconds. And go. You can run in place if you feel like it. Kind of boring. And no. Almost done. Alright, and done. So let me restart this. Okay. And now we're going to go straight into heel tap crunches. So you want to lay down on your butt, I guess on your back. Place your feet about a foot away from your bottom. Lay down, and you want to crunch. So not full contraction, but here-ish. Put your arms down by your side, and you're kind of gonna do that motion. So we're going to do 10 per side. We're gonna start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure to hold the crunch while you're doing this. 5. Make sure to either touch your ankles or grab your heels as they are coupled. Keep it touches. And that was a lot more than 10, but I got distracted talking, which is fun. Okay, now after that, we're gonna go into lateral shuffles. So you can either do this for speed, or you can do this with the resistance band. I'm gonna do it with the resistance band, so I don't have to go that fast, because I'm not feeling it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get shoulder width apart. I usually hold my hands together or put them out like this. Step, step together, step, step together. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Go at a pace you want. Go as fast as you want, as your heart desires. Just remember, we have meat and potatoes to get back to. All right, so ready, go. Step, step, touch, step, step, touch. 10 seconds. And done. Nice. All right. Bring that back up. You don't eat it for a while. And then we're going to go straight into leg raise circles. The devils. Okay. So you want to lay down on your back, and actually, I'll take my shoes off for this. Okay. So what you want to do? Place your hands on your butt so that you're not moving around. And then you're actually going to kind of crunch and make a circular motion with your legs. And the wider you go, and the slower you go, the harder it gets. So just keep that in mind for your intensity. We're gonna go about medium, but crunch, and then we're gonna do 10 each direction, so start. Alright, that's 10 going that way. Take a couple breaths. And it's normal for your hip to pop. Obviously mine does, if you can hear that. I don't know if you can. Alright, so we're going the opposite way now. Crunch and circle. Okay, and remember to breathe while you're doing that. Also, to make it a little easier, I kind of cross over the top of my foot just so that my legs aren't running around the air. So after that, we're going to do back to toe touches. So this is our second set of toe touches. Let me pop my shoes back on real quick. Grab the medicine ball. Okay, super fun, I know. All right, and then we're gonna go for another 30 seconds and go. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. And no matter what pace is probably what you want to do. 4 seconds. And done. All right, restart that. Take your ball to the side. And then we are going to go into an inclined plank. So, just find a raised area, I guess. Let's see if this is enough. This is probably enough. You can use the bench, whatever you want. It's just kind of like a modified plank version, but you want to hold it for really anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds. Not super crazy. And obviously don't use that, or don't use anything to help stabilize yourself. So we're gonna start and go. Remember to take deep belly breaths. And if you don't want to do this version, you can always do the normal plank on the ground. This I don't have to worry really about my upper body. Just focus on my abdomen. And good. Okay. So that was more like 50 seconds, but who cares? Who's keeping time, right? So after incline plank, we're gonna go to butt kicks again. So super fun, I know. And we're going to, here, let me start this. Reset. We're gonna go for 30 seconds, go. Go as fast or slow as you want. Moderate pace is what I'm doing, so it doesn't wear me out super much. You can change directions. Around. Anything. 5 seconds. And good. Alright. So after butt kicks, we're going to do some weighted Russian twists. Now, if these are difficult for you, you don't have to use weight. But I love them, so I use weight. I do them all the time. And you can either use kettlebell or dumbbell or medicine ball. And I'm going to use the medicine ball today because that weight's too heavy. So we're going to do this for, let's say, 15 times per side, so a total of 30 times. If you want to count to 30, go for it. If you want to count to 15 and only count one side, go for it. Whatever you want, but we're going to start. Ready? You can cross your legs, go in a V shape. Excuse me. And raise your legs, and then start twisting from side to side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15, you can honestly do however many. Or increase the weight. A great way to look pretty sexy on the beach. But after those, you want to do lateral shuffles again. So either grab your band or prepare. Put these on. Super sexy. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do this for another 30 seconds and go. step, step, touch. Obviously, if it's sliding, pull it up. Or you can go as fast as you can. If you want to be out of breath, I highly advise it, you know? 5 seconds. Alright, I lost my balance a little there. And good. Alright. Just stuck on my shoe. Alright, hang that back up. And restart the timer. And we're gonna go straight into dead bug reverse crunches. So these are super fun. They're not. And they're kind of complicated, so I'm gonna try to teach you. What you wanna do is you wanna lay on your back, like yay. Hands up in the air, legs at 90 degrees. And what you're gonna do is the dead bug is opposite arm to opposite leg. So just like the bird dogs we did earlier. So extend, back up, extend, back up. Be careful not to touch. You're kind of like reverse Supermaning with reverse split Supermaning, if that makes sense. But anyhow, that's the dead bug, and then the reverse crunch is actually kind of like one of these. But I'm going to grab some weight to stabilize my arms. Move my hair. Okay, so what you want to do for the dead bug reverse crunches? Grab a weight, stabilize your arms. Ow. And whatever arm and leg you're using, you're going to release off the weight. So out, 90-degree angle, back in, hold the weight, and reverse crunch. But as you're doing that, as you're lifting your legs up, you want to actually pull your upper body towards it. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do about 10 for each side, so bear with me. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg, pull up, reverse crunch, opposite arm, opposite leg, pull up, reverse crunch. And you're going to do that for 10 times. If that's too difficult, then you can do weighted sit-ups, which I'm going to do right now because those are a little much for me right now. So just typical sit-ups, but with weight. What I like to do is I like to kind of cradle it, cross my arms over it. So what you want to do is get in your sit-up position. So legs like yay, body up, up. And you want to do this probably 15 times. It doesn't really matter. Finally done with that. You can toss the weight off to the side. You don't need it anymore. Okay. Take a breath. And there we are going straight into, let's see, toe touches again. This is going to be our last set. grab your ball or your stick or whatever you're using. We're gonna go for 30 seconds and go. 5 seconds. All right. Toss it off to the side, we no longer need it. And then we are going to go into marching bridges. So what you want to do, catch breath, I guess. Lay down on your back, legs about a foot away from your butt, arms to the side, and then raise to the sky. What you really want to do is flex those glutes. You don't want to arch up too high, just enough to engage those. And then you're actually going to start marching, which in this case, you're going to raise, actually, here. Put your arms kind of on your belly, like a gigantic belt buckle. You're showing it off. And you're going to try to stabilize your core. So keep it as straight as possible. You don't want to wobble and move while we raise. So engage those glutes, arms on your tummy, and raise to 90 degree. Remember, you need to stabilize, so you don't want to move too much. And we're going to do 10 for each side. That's 2, 3. You can point your toe, doesn't matter, just watch out for sagging. Engage those glutes. And I lost count already. Fun. Keep it as straight as possible. Go to a 90. And 10 reps for each side. And I assume that's 10. I have no idea. You would tell me if that was 10, wouldn't you? All right. After the marching bridges, we're gonna go into butt kicks for the last time. So hop up, fun, I know. And then we're going to go for 30 more seconds, so go. Kind of like jogging in place. And done. Nice. All right, so restart that. Take a breath. And we are moving on to our second to last exercise. This is to work your posterior core. So your back, you want to lay on your stomach, and we're going to do a Superman. So let me situate myself. Put my hair back. What you're going to do, you're laying on your stomach, you're going to extend your arms and your legs and lift up like this. Okay, and you're going to hold for, let's say, a couple breaths. We can breathe while we do this. So hold for 4 breaths, and then we're going to release. Then we can hold for a couple more breaths, and then release. We'll do 2 of these. All right, now up. and down. Remember to breathe from your belly. And actually, if you breathe from your belly while you're doing this, it should raise you. So let's see. See, it raises my upper body a little bit. But we're gonna do a couple more breaths on our last Superman, okay? And go. And down, okay? And then what I like to do when I do this is kind of stretches and pulls up here. I like to go from this to a child pose, just to kind of decompress your spine a little bit. And then we have one last lateral shuffle, okay? And then we have one more exercise, and then we are good for our CORE-DIO. All right, so situate this a little better so it doesn't fall down halfway through. Squat, and we're going to go for 30. Step, touch, step, step, touch. Also do it this way. Seconds. And good. Awesome. Get that off. Shoot it across the room because you no longer need it. And last but not least, we have wall sit. Now you can do this for however long you feel like. Mine will not last that long, however. So what you want to do is find a wall and basically sit on it. This is our isometric. It's an isometric contraction, so it really works with resisting with your body weight. So we're either going to do this for, let's say, 30 seconds, or you can go to fail, or whichever's first. So, here we go. Awesome. You want to sit at a 90-degree angle. Man, I really feel it in my quads. Remember to take your big belly breaths. Now that was 30 seconds. You can go longer if you want. Ugh. Really just makes my quads melt though. All right. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed my CORE-DIO workout. See you next time.